Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, what we're gonna talk about is a finding, what I found in the market about zero data expirations, about a little bit more market manipulation and really understanding this stuff on a real deep level, okay? So we're gonna get right into it, y'all. Y'all know every single day, it don't matter what's going on in the world, right? I'm gonna be bringing you guys a video, and this video is gonna help you become a better person, a better trader, all of that stuff, all right? So with that being said, man, all right, with that being said, we're gonna get it started, all right? Nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. So if you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor, okay? So with that being said, y'all, all right, zero data expirations, but also not just that. Something happened back in January, right? What did they say they was gonna do? They said they was gonna allow stocks to have what? The Mag7 was gonna have zero data expirations on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? Now, what does this mean? What this means is more market manipulation, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break this down for you guys so you could really understand and really see exactly what I'm saying, all right? So I have the iPad with me, and I wanna be able to break some stuff down, okay? So, all right, so we got this right here, right? So we have zero DTEs, right? All right. So I think it's important for everybody to understand that when you're using zero data expirations, right? Every Friday with regular stocks, contracts used to expire, right? So we used to have something called weeklies. Now we still have them, right? Weeklies. So when you have an individual stock, okay? Individual stock, okay? They had contracts that had an expiration date, right? What does this mean? It meant every Friday, those contracts expire, right? Every Friday, those contracts expired. All right? Now, this is why every Friday, big money was made. This is why every Friday, you had very big moves made in the market. Why is this? Simply because on Fridays, those contracts expired. So a lot of times the market makers would make sure that stocks moved in a certain direction because there were contracts that expired on that day. You see what I'm saying? So I want you to go back. I want you to look at what day of the week used to be your biggest wins and your biggest losses. It was probably what? Friday, right? You could be up all week, take some trades on Friday, and then lose it all, right? This is how the game go, because with zero data expirations comes liquidity, okay? Comes manipulation, comes the loss of money and the making of big money, right? So stock market used to have, with an index fund or ETF, you had 0 days to expirations every day. Okay, you had the option for it every day. You could trade 0 day to expirations, right? With individual stocks, you had it to where they had weekly contracts. The expiration date expired every Friday. And on Fridays, they became 0 day to expirations, right? Okay, now, right? Now, what did they say? They said for the Mag7, we're going to give y'all 3 days to give us more money. That's basically what they're saying, right? That's basically what they're saying. So they're saying instead of having weeklies, and they still have weeklies, but they're like, okay, instead of just weeklies, we're going to say for the Mag7, okay, you're going to have contracts expire Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now, right? Now, what does this mean? So the closer that you get to an expiration date, the more the option contract is going to move and be sensitive to price and movement, right? So with that being said, y'all, what does that mean? That means that there's also going to be more manipulation because the contracts don't expire until a certain day. Okay? So what I've been seeing is you can see a setup on Monday. You can see a setup on Monday. And then you'll get in that trade. Let's say it's a swing trade. And you're like, this is about to hit tomorrow. And then what will happen? It'll go in the opposite direction on Tuesday. Right? And then on Wednesday, it'll go in your direction. Right? Or it may look like it's about to do something on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, it do the exact opposite. And then later on in the day on Wednesday, it'll go in that direction. Right? And then you may get frustrated. Why is that? Because we have Monday, we have Wednesday, and we have Friday. Okay? So, let's dive deeper into this. What does this mean? If you're going to swing trade a stock, and let's say you see the setup on Monday, right? Let's say you see the setup on Monday, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna. Let's say you're gonna day trade this stock, right? Let's say you're gonna day trade this stock, okay? You're gonna day trade it, and then you get Monday's expiration, right? What's gonna happen is you can make money for sure, right? You'll make money for sure, but sometimes it may go the opposite way, okay? And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, what I've been seeing is the market will do what? The market will burn premiums just to make the move on Wednesday, right? So you may think you're about to day trade it on Monday, it not make the move. And if you got the expiration for Monday, you may have to take a loss. And then on Tuesday, it may burn the premiums of people that got the Wednesday contracts, maybe go the opposite way, make them get out, and then on Wednesday, it'll make the move. Right? This is what I'm starting to see happening. Because there are certain setups that are way too obvious, but they may take an extra day. They may take an extra day and a half. Right? Or they may happen in pre-market on the day where a lot of the contracts expire. Right? So now instead of only, keeping in mind Fridays, now you got to think about Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you got to think about how Tuesday and Thursdays could be burning premiums if you're swing trading, right? So what's happening is you're going to have to if you're going to swing trade, You're gonna need to get. Here's what I've learned. Right. Let me erase this real quick. Okay. So. Okay, so here's what this means right here, right? What the lesson of this, the lesson and solution, right? The lesson and solution, okay, is this. Time on contract. If you think that a stock is gonna make the move tomorrow, get an extra 2 days. If you're trading, 0 day to expirations or next days, okay? If you think that it's gonna make a move in 1 to 2 days, then get the weeklies if it's on Monday or Tuesday. So you have time, okay? On Monday or Tuesday. If it's Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, get the next week out. All right, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay? Now, if you can do this, you'll be in a better position. Because what I'm learning is, what I'm seeing is, we're in like a position market where sometimes you just have to be already in position and you have to be okay with the drawdown. So we could have a setup on a swing trade and it could be perfect. But you may be down 40 to 50%, right? Because something happened in the news that wasn't a part of the technicals, and then it go in your direction the next day or 2 days later, right? So however much time you think you need to give it a little bit extra time. Or just wait for day trade trigger entry. Okay? Or you just wait. Because market is so volatile right now and it's so unstable, we don't have a clear direction. Setups are getting blown up. We are truly in a, if you see some profit and it's solid, take the profit. But what this means is there's also greater manipulation. Okay? Greater manipulation. Because they know that contracts are going to be getting expiring multiple times throughout the week, so they can play multiple games. They can make things happen and slow things down on certain days, even if it looks obvious, simply because what? They know that there's an expiration date on these contracts, and so they'll wait for that move to happen after you get stopped out, or you get out, or your theta has eaten up those contracts, and then you say, okay, I'm gonna get out, and then the next day or at the very end of the day, the stock makes the move, right? So right now, at least until all this geopolitical stuff dies down, outside of 0 days with IWM, if I'm trading individual stocks, I'm gonna get at least 2 days or the weekly contracts, even if I see a setup for right now, simply because I may need to give it a little bit more time because there is greater manipulation going on in the market. Okay? So I hope that made sense, y'all. If that made sense, please let me know in the comments. This is how the zero data expiration with the Mag7 is affecting the market. I'm seeing a lot more games, a lot more clean setups happening, taking a little bit longer, 1 to 2 days longer, all because they're able to play more manipulative games with the market, right? Via the news, right? Via what's going on in the world, simply because it's all a fixed game anyway. So we need to understand how to work with the game that we're playing so we can still keep the money coming in. All right. So this is a lesson that I've learned. I've been observing, and I feel like I figured this out and I cracked this code. All right. So I hope that video helped you guys out. Like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to see you guys later on tonight. All of y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.